Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to try to get this tail shaft housing extension back on. I kind of cheated a little bit. I'm going to show you what I did. Thanks for watching. Alright, so I don't have the correct snap ring pliers. They're supposed to kind of look like this, but instead of being round, they're flat. So you can get in that snap ring and open it up. Where these are round, it's almost impossible to get a good grip while you open it up. So what I did is I went on the inside and took these snap ring pliers and just pried the snap ring open. And I took a piece of hard plastic. It looks like maybe a piece of wire housing or something that I just found in the trash, and I cut it to the right length. I opened it up and just kind of wedged it in there so the snap ring will stay open while I slide this housing on. So the idea is I'm going to put my gasket on, then I'm going to slide the housing on, and then I can just take a pair of pliers and pull that out, and hopefully it'll snap in. So let's get up underneath the car and we'll give it a try.
Alright, so let's get the camera set up. I'm gonna do the best I can to get this on camera without putting my arms in the way. I'm gonna slide the gasket on first. It's going to go like that, it looks like. Make sure all the holes line up. Now, let's slide this housing in here. As we get this thing on, I gotta get that parking brake lever back in that slot, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Lower that transmission down a little bit. There we go. Now, I got it on that parking brake lever. My gasket's off just a little bit. Alright, it's on there. So now we're just going to pull this out. I'm going to get that snap ring in place. I'm going to go ahead and start the bolts that I can reach just to hold that gasket in place. Okay, got one in.
Okay, so we got the snap ring back in. I got all the bolts in. Them top ones was a bugger. I couldn't reach it, and I had to get the bolt on the extension and just feed it in there, and it was a pain. I got everything tightened down. I got it tightened, but I ain't got it torqued yet, so I got to go in and torque the bolts, and then I got to make a gasket for this. But the snap ring is in place where it should be, and I'm assuming the parking lever went back where it's supposed to be because it's seated, and everything looks fully seated. So there's the new seal and new gasket, or new bushing and new seal. So let's grab a torque wrench and tighten these bolts down here. And them top two's gonna be hard to get to. I'm gonna have to probably get another extension, but it's coming along good. Alrighty, so I got the tail housing torqued down, and now it's time to make a new gasket for right here. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We're gonna get the plate that covers this, and we're just gonna take some gasket material and trace it out. Let's get started. All right, so we got a roll of gasket material, but the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this part really good. We're gonna take, that rag's dirty, but we'll use it. Organize this bench a little bit. It's a mess out here. All right, so we're just gonna set that there, hit it with just a little brake clean. And I'm just gonna take a rag and clean it off. Make sure you see that one side's beveled and the other side's not, so this side goes down, the screws, so it sits flat. As you can see, there's a little bit of gasket left on here, so we're going to take a scraper. We're just going to scrape that gasket off. This is the Alright, that's pretty clean. I'm going to take a clean rag and wipe it off real good. Not that this is the cleanest rag, but it's not as dirty as that other one. Alright, so it's good enough. Nice and clean. There's no gasket left. So now we're going to take a gasket material. I'm just going to trace out a gasket and cut it with a pair of scissors. This gasket might be a little too thick, but that'll work. Anytime I'm making these gaskets, I like to use these pins. It's got the long fine point, so you can really get around close to the part. Try to find a punch the same size as this hole. And that right there is about as close as I got. Alright, I'll just take your scissors and cut out the gasket. Alright, so there it is. Now we just gotta punch out these holes. I'm not gonna be able to do this on camera, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my punch, put it through the hole, smack it with a hammer to leave a good mark. Put it on the vise right here on this metal part so it has a good solid backing to leave a good circle. And as you can see with the punch, it will actually cut the hole for you. It's got to clean it up a little bit, but you just take the punch and it'll knock a hole in it for you. Just like that, it can cut you a nice hole. Just peel that tab off, and now you got a hole. So there's our gasket. I am going to RTV this. Mostly transmissions don't use RTV, but I got a feeling if I don't, it's going to leak. And as leaky as this transmission is, I don't want to be chasing another leak, so I'm going to put some RTV on this. So I got RTV on both sides of the gasket. Alright, stick it in place. Okay, it's tight. All right, so we're going to do the speedometer cable next. All right, so I got the gear cleaned up, put back in. I want to, these gears for the speedometer have to be clocked according to however many teeth you have. So mine is a, let me get the light turned on. So mine's a 36. So I'm gonna go, there's a hash mark down here, and you want to line it up with the correct tooth. So this one right here is going to be 36. So you just want to turn it. Until we get to the 36. And that one is, I can't see what it says. I think it says 26 to 38 maybe. Alright, so it's seating. I don't know if you can see it, but that O-ring is seating. You want to make sure you get that O-ring seated or we'll have another leak. Alright. Alright, we're good to go. So it's getting a little bit late and starting to get dark. So to save time, I went ahead and got the cross member put in. I just did it off camera. Y'all see me take it out. I didn't see no point in putting it back in on camera. So I did go ahead and
those two that I forgot the washers on, I'll put washers on all 4 of them. So we got washers now. So now we got to jack the transmission up. I got my jack ready. I got to jack the transmission up. Get the transmission mount here lined up with the holes, and I didn't tighten this down so I can move it forward and backwards so I can line it up. And then once I get this bolt in, I'll go through here and tighten these bolts down. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll try to get it on camera best I can. I'm gonna have to jack this transmission up real quick. We're getting close. Alright, so I think, let me get a light on it. Like about 1/8 of an inch it looks like. Yeah, just a hair more. There we go. All right. Now I just need to get this tightened down, and then we should be ready to put the drive shaft back in. All right, that's tight. All right, so I got the drive shaft. I greased up the yoke really good too. I know that most of this is gonna get pushed off going through the seal, but I just wanted to make sure I had some grease in there, so I don't want that bushing to be dry when it first starts up. it's in. And we're going to do it the same way as before. We're going to put the bolts in that we can reach, and then we'll turn it and do the other ones. There we go. Alrighty, so you got the drive shaft hooked back up. Everything transmission done. I gotta get a rag and wipe some of that excess grease off. But everything should be good. I just gotta pick my tools up, put some transmission fluid in it, and we'll check for leaks. Alright, so got transmission fluid put back in it. I put about 2 quarts. I'll check it again, but I'm gonna start it up, run it through the gears, make sure it goes in all the gears, and we'll see what it does. We're good. So I run it through all the gears. It goes in park, goes in reverse. Everything seems to be working good. So I'm gonna let it get up to temperature, and we'll check the transmission fluid level, and we may even take it for a spin real quick to make sure everything's shifting okay. But so far so good. We just gotta check for leaks. Alright guys, so just got finished, take the car out for a drive, drove about 12 miles, and no more leaks. It got dark on me, so I can't really get any footage anymore. But everything I crawled up underneath. I got a piece of cardboard underneath it to catch any, to see if we got any leaks tomorrow. And I'll leave it on there for a few days. But so far so good. I think the tail shaft is fixed. We'll keep an eye on it. Appreciate you watching the video. See you next time.